Okay, I think we're live. Um, Good afternoon, or good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Uzair from SF Digital Studios, and thanks for joining in today. In today's YouTube Live, I'm going to be setting up a YouTube campaign for a video ad campaign. It's fairly straightforward and easy to set up, doesn't take a lot of time, usually about 15 minutes or so, but once you get the hang of it, even faster. But you will need to have a little video. Now, whether it's a talking head video, or you may have shot a video using your smartphone, or it could have been a animated video. It could be any kind of video which you can use as a video ad. But why would you want to use video as an ad? Just want to give a very quick and brief introduction as to how I got started with video ads, which was about 2 years ago. Well, in fact, a lot more earlier. But 2 years ago, I became pretty serious about video as a marketing channel, and I started putting up videos on my YouTube channel. After that, lots of our clients wanted to get started as well, and we've been running campaigns for them as well. Video is one of the best ways to build trust. People buy from people. That's the bottom line. How do you build trust on automation? Now, every time I put up a video on YouTube or anywhere on the internet, people come across me, my brand, my message. They see me, they hear me, and if they like what I'm saying or doing, they get in touch with me, and then that's how the conversation starts. So videos are the top of your funnel marketing. Don't just look at it from the conversion point of view, because you may be disappointed, and you may look at the metrics and say, well, I'm not getting any bang for my buck. But the truth is, it does a lot more than just conversions. It literally builds up your brand and your business, and you do this religiously and regularly, you too can leverage this platform. Right now, where the whole world is on a lockdown, I can still do my marketing using this channel and medium. I come up live every weekday at 5 o'clock UK time and put my message across. There's quite a few people who watch live, and then a lot more who view the videos afterwards. So the beauty with video is you do the work once, and that's it. So if I was teaching a group of people in a classroom or in a seminar or workshop, when that finishes, I have to do it over and over again. Whereas over here, right now, I will be starting the session in a little while and showing you how to set up the video ads. It's going to stay on YouTube, and every time that video gets found, either by search or by pushed through advertising, is going to keep on doing the work which I want it to do. So what we do is, I'm just going to make sure that everything is working fine. Hello, Amit, Ayush, yeah, Techno. Some of you are over here, and we'll get started. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat box on the right hand side or around the video, and I'll do my best to answer them for you towards the end. Okay, so let's jump in and get the ball rolling. So video ads for YouTube is run through Google Ads. So it's through the same account. It's not through a YouTube account at all. You need to set up a Google Ads account if you haven't got one. Once you're in your interface, you go to your campaigns, and then just like you would set up a new campaign, click the plus button. new campaign. Now you got all these various options available. You can easily get started without campaign goal guidance, but that does not mean that you are not setting up a conversion tracking. Before you reach here, I would highly recommend that you go and set up your conversion. Now a conversion could be anything. It could be a page view of an important page. It could be an email subscriber. It could be somebody who signs up for your lead magnet, or anyone who makes a purchase on your website. So just make sure that you have set up your conversion tracking. And another important thing is that you go to your tools and settings, and then from linked accounts you set up or link up your YouTube channel to the Google Ads account. It's fairly straightforward. It's a matter of a couple of clicks. And I'm gonna switch off my WhatsApp, otherwise it's gonna keep pinging. So from here you will go into your linked accounts and you will get the YouTube channel linked in. So you got to link up your accounts. That's very important. Okay. So then you go in, when you hover over here, you will see along the bottom campaign types. So for the website traffic, you can go for search, display, shopping, video, discovery, video, display. So video ads are product and brand consideration. So you need to go in front of people who have not seen you, they don't know you, and you need to reach out to a new audience. So I'm going to, or you can create a brand awareness campaign as well and reach. So that's also a good option, where you got two choices, display or video. We go video, then you have got all these options. Now the difference between all these campaign types, if I select brand and product consideration, you see I've got only 3 options here. If I select create a campaign without a goal, I've got 6. So when you select this option, you will find you get all the features available for you to choose from. Does not mean that you are not tracking conversions. We are absolutely going to be tracking conversions. Okay, now I think we have a bit of a problem. You can't see my screen. Okay. Can you let me know you can see my screen now, please? Sorry about that. And we'll start over again. If you could just ping me a yes in the chat box. Brilliant. Thanks, Amit. Mark. Hi Mark, good to see you here. Hi Just, good to see you as well. And Norman, yeah, thank you guys. Alright, so some technical issues, but I think we're good to go now. Alright, I'm gonna get started again. Okay, so from your campaign, you click on new campaigns, and you've got all these various options. If I were to click on the brand and brand awareness and reach, which is what we are trying to do, is to make our brand or take our brand in front of others. I go video, I've got 5 campaign types over here. If I were to select the product and brand and go here, only 3. So these campaign types gives a fair amount of confusion for a lot of people. If I were to choose the one without a goal guidance, I have all the options available. So if you are not sure and you can't find what campaign subtype you want over here, it's because you have selected one of these campaign types and it is not possible to use that. So what I would do is I would just go with the last option, which is campaign goal, create a campaign without the goals guidance, right? Now we have lots of options over here. custom video campaign non-skippable. So these are non-skippable as the name of these ads are, but they can only be up to 15 seconds long. Otherwise you will not be able to use that. So these are pretty good. Even 6-second ads really work wonderfully well. So Outstream reach people on the phones and tablets using VCPM. So V means view and CPM means cost per 1,000 impressions. Video ads do not work on cost per click or CPC as the traditional pay-per-click advertising. It is on CPV, cost per view, or CPM, cost per 1,000. So every time 1,000 people see your ads, Google Ads will charge you a certain amount of money. Then you can drive conversion. Can you hear me? I think we have a bit of a problem with the Wi-Fi today. I think I'm back online now. If you guys can say yes, and we should get started again. Okay, thanks Mark. Yeah, I think we're back online now. Brilliant, thank you. That's one of those things which I don't have any control over, is the blooming Wi-Fi. Okay, so I will start over here at the start. I'm not sure where we left off. So set up your campaign name, bidding strategy, is maximum CPV, which is the cost per view. How much are you prepared to pay for a view, or the target CPM. Okay, just give me one moment. Okay, thanks Mark. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the start of the campaign name. Okay, I think we should be back up and running. Okay. Yeah. All right. So set up your campaign name. Then you have your bidding strategy. Maximum cost per view, which you are prepared to pay, and a target CPM. A maximum cost per view is when somebody continues to view your video ad for a minimum of 30 seconds or until the end of the video, whichever is the sooner. So if your video is 15 seconds long and they viewed complete to the end, then obviously you will get charged. If your video is 2 minutes long and somebody viewed for 25 seconds and then press the skip ad button, you will get free advertising for that duration. So it's a great way to get a lot of branding for free. Even if somebody skips your video after 5 seconds, you will not get charged, but you've been in front of somebody for 5 seconds and for free as well. Now, the cost per view depends on where you are advertising. In the US, UK, Europe, the view is expensive compared to Far East, Asia, Africa. But in my experience, a 5p per view is a good starting bid to get your campaigns started. And then you see how it's working. But very easily you will find that you are getting views for 5p. Now, even if you don't have a big budget, you can get a lot of impressions. Impression is every time your ad pops up. A view is they continue to view your video ad for a minimum of 30 seconds. So even if you had $2 or $5 a day, you are going to get thousands and thousands of impressions per day. That means you are out there. Your videos are doing your hustle for you. And that is why video is so great. It's unbelievable. It's low cost. You don't need to have big budgets, and you can get started very quickly and easily. Imagine you try to put up a video ad or an ad on TV. You will need tens and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of pounds. But with video ad, you can get started with a simple video through your smartphone. Shoot one up and get started with a couple of dollars or pounds a day, or whatever your currency is. Target CPM is what are you prepared to pay per 1,000 impressions. So we're not going to go in that for today's video. We're going to keep it simple. I'm going to put it on max CPV. Okay, I'm just making sure you guys are with me. Okay, Mark, I'm going to come on to your question towards the end. Campaign total. If you have a campaign total of 100, 200, 500, or whatever the amount is, you put it here. Or if you want to keep it running, you have a daily budget of, let's say, $2 or £5 or whatever it is. I'm going to keep it 5. Start date, you can put in an end date. So if it's for a special event like Christmas, Valentine's, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and you want that ad to finish before the event finishes, then you put the end date over here. Networks. So you've got your YouTube search results when somebody's searching on YouTube, but these are different types of ads which I will cover in a separate video. So this won't apply to us. So we're going to show our ads on YouTube, obviously, and then on video partners on the display network. And this is where you can go outside of YouTube all over the internet with your video. So if somebody has embedded a video and they are allowing Google to place video ads on it, it could be on Huffington Post, CNN, BBC, ESPN, then potentially your video ad can show up on those video partner channels as well. So it's a great way to absolutely have a wide coverage for your video ads. Languages, you can either choose whichever one you want. I'll just leave it as English or all languages. It really doesn't matter. Targeting, it really depends on whether you are a local, national, or international business. So you select your location where you want to target. Now, inventory you have over here, and then you can exclude where you don't want your inventory to or your ads to show up. So you just check them off over here. Okay. Now, because I chose the other option, let me go back. Where is the location? I chose a goal for one. I think it was brand awareness. So what it is doing is it's not giving me the option to select my location. So that's another thing which you need to keep an eye on as to where you want. So if you don't want your ads to show internationally, then choosing that campaign type is not the right strategy. You just need to go without the goal guidance, and then you'll be able to select your location. So let me show this very quickly, and I'm going to go back because this is important, because you might waste a lot of money. So if I go over here and then select the video and Why is this not letting me choose the video? Okay. Okay, I'm going to come on to that later on, and I'll see why it is not letting me. But you can absolutely select the location of your videos as to where you want to target. Now what you want to do is the demographics. If your if your audience is just male or females, then you can uncheck which age range, parental status. I don't worry too much about it, neither the household income, because I'm not sure how accurate the data is over here. Then you've got the targeting options. So you've got audiences, keywords, topics, and placements. So these are the 4 ways you can target and your video ads, and this is the key to targeting your audiences. Now if I go on to audiences and I want to target in-market audience, so these in-market audiences are those people who have searched for those keywords related to SEO and search engine marketing services on Google, and when they come to YouTube, you can target them. So that's a very powerful way of targeting very engaged and interested audiences for your campaign. And I can select which ones I want. I have lots of options available over here, but we're going to keep things very simple for this video, and all we do is we go on to the keywords. Now you enter your website or your product or your service. If I want to target people who are interested or who may be interested in digital marketing, I'm going to select all of them over here and just go through that. There aren't any keywords which are not relevant. They all look pretty good to me. Now you don't need to worry about phrase, exact, or any kind of mesh types. You just keep it as it is, as broad match, and leave them over here. Topics and placements I'm going to cover in another video. So for now we're just going to target these keywords and set this campaign up. Maximum cost per view, because that's what I set up the bidding as, so I'm going to keep it at 10p. Although it is quite aggressive, it does not mean that Google is going to charge me 10p. Usually I will get charged 4p or 3p or something like that, but I want to be aggressive in my bids, and once the impressions start to run and the ads start to show, I can slowly bring it down. Some people do it the opposite way. They'll start at a lower bid. When they don't get any impressions, then they slowly build it up, but that wastes quite a bit of time, because you'll have to wait for the next day and see what's happening. Like this, once my ads are approved, I'm going to get my ads shown. Okay, I've set everything up. Now you create your video ad. So you need to have your video set up on your YouTube channel to start with. All I would do is I'm going to copy a URL from one of my videos from my channel. So as soon as I paste it, I get that video over here, and I'm looking at the skippable in-stream ad. Discovery ads are different. I'm going to cover that in a separate video, and then you'll see the preview of how that video ad will look with the skip ad button over here. So that's on the mobile, and if you click on the desktop, you'll get the desktop preview as well, like that. Now you click on the final URL where you want that person to go to when they click on the ad or that call to action. So I want to send them to my blog post, let's say. So I'm going to put this as the final URL. But for the display URL, you don't need to put up the whole URL. You can just put it up as sfdigital.co.uk, because that's how it's going to show up over here. You don't want all that HTTPS or www. This is fine. If you made an error, you're going to get one over here when you try to upload it. YouTube is going to, let's try it. If you just try that, once you click on create campaign, it's going to show up as error over here that you made a mistake and you need to put up a display URL. Okay, now that's all done. Now this is where a lot of people skip this very important option, because this should not be optional. This should be absolutely compulsory, because this is what my call to action I want to put up. So you got two fields to put in. Call to action, I can put in learn more. You only got 10 characters out of for this. Or if you're selling something, you can put in buy now, or you can put in sign up, or whatever that call to action may be. I'll just put in learn more. It's a very low-hanging fruit. I'm not asking them for a commitment. All I'm saying is, I don't want to sell anything right now. And the headline, so I can put in Google Ads training. Now if you go over, this is gonna turn into red. That means you can't have that. Okay, so Google Ads, I can put something like Google Ads or video ads or whatever I want my headings to be. In fact, if I can put in learn video ads, so that's a good call to headline. And I've got my character limit used up as well. Now in here, don't let YouTube choose your companion banner by auto generating, because this is where this is a real estate which you want to utilize. Even after somebody has skipped my ad, that banner will stay there for a little while. So I want to put up my branding or my banner. So the banner is 300 by 60 pixels. You can create one in something like Photoshop or Canva or whatever image editing software you are using. I've already uploaded one before. I'll select that. Now you see how prominent it is. It really stands out. The other thing which try not to do is put lots of text on it, because it becomes so small, especially on the mobile. On the mobile it doesn't show anyway, but on a screen you don't want the text to be too small. You just want your branding out as much as possible, as big as possible as well. So I would recommend that you just put in your logo, and you got the call to action and your headline underneath. You put your ad name, and all you do is just create your campaign. And that's how easy it is to set up your video ads campaign. Now it will take roughly about 24 hours for Google to approve your video ad. Once the campaign and the ad is approved, your videos will start to your video ads will start to run. And this is how you upload your video. Now tomorrow I'm going to go to the bottom of that as to why your location is not giving me that option today. I think something has changed over here, or it's doing something funny, but you can absolutely select which areas you want your ads to show up. Okay, I'm going to go into the chat now and just go through the comments. If you have any questions, then please put it in. Please bear in mind that there's a 30-second delay before the comments pop up on my screen after you entered. So please do that sooner rather than later, because I may end the stream and may not be able to answer your question. So Mark, you're saying that explains why somebody said in their video, if you don't want to discover how to do, please press skip now. Is that a good strategy? Okay, yeah. So some advertisers will say in their video, if you're not interested in making money, skip the button now. So what they are doing is they are pre-qualifying their audience, because if you continue to view that video, then you are interested in making money or getting fit or whatever that video is all about. But you got 30 seconds, so even if they continue to watch it, I personally don't like that strategy, and you won't find me saying those words in my videos or in my video ads. But it's each to their own. If you find, you can test it and try it and see what happens. If you find that yes, you are getting a lot of skip ads, then you don't want to say that. But having said that, then only those people who are interested in your product or service will continue to view your ads. Okay, so that's it for today's session. Thank you for being with me, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And I'm pretty certain that I'll be covering Gmail ads as to how to set up campaigns with Gmail. It's again a very underutilized and underused platform where you can run your ads at a fraction of the cost, and a very powerful way of reaching everybody's inbox when they go to check their emails. So appreciate you being with me, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, same time. Thanks a lot. Bye.